subscribe to Anime One Shot and join in on my adventures. Now let's begin.
I never in my wildest dreams thought this would happen to me. I never doubted him in the least.
It's a poison that neutralizes the mana in your veins. Its effects should only last a couple of minutes for you at least. That's why I mixed in a bit of other poison.
But why?
You should already know the answer. Your power. That power will be of no help in the United Empire's future. It may have been different if we were at war, but as of right now it's a source of unease. I will not spark a rebellion. I will live the remainder of my life quietly in my hometown. These are the things you told me. But Ian, were you aware that I was afraid of you? I almost went insane because I was afraid of my old friend. With your power you could overthrow me at a whim. So please don't take this personal, don't forgive me either, goodbye old friend.
I just wanted to clean my blood-stained hands and repent in peace. But you bastard. I was too careless. But mark my words, Ragnar, you were also being careless. Ra. Hus. Ikiro. Ro. Kuburgato. Jen. Shunakas. I've been researching while I've been regretting the life I lived till now. The redemption I want is to put everything back in place. What just happened? I don't feel the dagger in my chest or any pain. Did it work?
Ian, what's wrong? Did something happen?
Why is my dead mother here? Did it really work or am I in a living hell? No, there are children lining up for their test as well as the territory's knights keeping the people in order. Yes. I've come back. To 30 years ago.
Looks like another soul migration series. Hi, welcome to this week's Reading Corner. What you just saw was the beginning of Return of the 8th Class Magician, a webtoon adaptation of a web novel of the same name by Ryu Song and the only credit I could find for him. This webtoon is written and illustrated by Tess, which is broken up into 2 seasons, so look it up if you're looking for a good novel read or webtoon. The crux of the story follows arch-mage Ian Page, the first man to break through beyond the 6th then the 7th and become humanity's first 8th class and the strongest mage. After a lifetime of war and bloodshed for his best friend and king, the continent was finally unified thanks to his efforts. Now old and retired to his hometown, his wish is to live the rest of his life in peace and try to find salvation for all the blood he spilled. However, his old friend, maddened by paranoia, couldn't tolerate someone so powerful that if he decided he wanted the throne no one could stop him from taking it, so he betrayed Ian and killed him. Ian, in his last breath, cast an arcane spell that allowed his soul to travel back 30 years into the past. With all the knowledge he previously had, he decided to do things differently so he could end with less regrets. Being mentally from the future, the first season on the webtoon has Ian using the knowledge of future events to change the course of history, choosing to side with the Crown Prince this time around and use him as his pawn in his ploy to get revenge and stop the happenings that will transpire because of the Crown Prince's younger brother Ragnar. The Crown Prince, who was pushed aside and lost his right to the throne in his original life, will now be groomed and backed by Ian to be a good and just king, a task that's easier said than done. In a nutshell, Ian has to turn Drax into Star-Lord and finally T'Challa, but while he is doing that, Ian must also foil Ragnar's uprising and stop a war that will tear the lands apart. With so many events changing from its original course, soon Ian will come to a point in time where he doesn't know what will happen as a new future has been created, and with this new future, hidden truths of the world is also revealed to him. The webtoon is 81 chapters long, while its source novel is 181 chapters with 7 side stories to complete the overall story. Hopefully this sparked your interest, as I would love to add more videos like this one, as sometimes finding a good new story can be a task into itself. So if you don't mind, like and subscribe, and as a bonus, let's finish the first 2 chapters.
The mana reaction test is today. In order to train magicians, which is the country's strength, every child in Green River Empire has to take the mana reaction exam when they are 12. The first requirement is the mana brain. The second is being able to store the mana in a mana heart. Those that met these requirements are enrolled into the Magic Academy and has the status equivalent to a noble once they graduate. 30 years, huh? I came back further than I thought. The language of dragons known as the founding magic. The time magic I poured all my time into in order to repent must have worked before I died. At first was just a way for me to remove the blood stains on my hands. Under the title of friend I gave up everything. Under the title of loyalty I killed many. For my empire and best friend whom I was faithful to, I was discarded once I was no longer of use. This time I'll cash in all debts owed to me.
Next.
I'll be back, Mom. I am Ian Page of Mogrian Village.
Mogrian. Okay. You're Vanessa's kid.
Lord Aaron, how many are left?
You have another half a day before you're done.
Excuse me.
Yes, my child, come closer to me. First lower your head and my mana will stimulate your head a little. You might feel a little dizzy afterwards, it'll only be for a moment, so don't worry. Now, turn your back facing me. Since I found a break in your head, you're only one step closer to being a mage.
Excuse me, Mr. Sorcerer, can I show you something?
Okay, sure.
I'm not just going to get myself into the academy. I shall go beyond it.
A fireball? No wait, this is double casting.
Take this all in now and try to process it.
I don't know why, but I've been able to do this for a while now.
What? Perhaps were you taught this by somebody else?
No sir, I was not.
Are you sure? If you are lying, you would be charged with treason. Not only you, but your family, and those around you too.
Who would carelessly endanger themselves and family like that?
You laugh it off.
Please stop.
That sounds like Mom's voice.
Don't be like this.
Mom.
Just shut up. Don't you know there are important people inside?
You bastard, I'm going to.
What's going on out here?
This lowly kitchen maid was lurking around.
You bastard.
A while ago this boy turned out to be someone with 2 mana qualities. As a result, this boy is granted authority equal to nobles in this empire. To insult either is just the same as insulting the empire itself. This is punishable by death.
Please spare me. Please give me mercy this one time.
Don't you think you're asking the wrong person for forgiveness?
Ma'am, I've done something unforgivable. Please give me another chance?
Hey you. I know what kind of dirty thing pricks like you say to my mother. I know it all. So everything that you experience, see and hear today, tell it to every single one of those trash bastards like you.